Hello, and welcome to Stage Screen and In Between. I'm Helen. Tonight, we're at the Paterson Museum in Paterson, New Jersey, and we are celebrating the 112th birthday of comedian Lou Costello. Stick with us.
Put the marshmallows between the legs.
You say one of the marshmallows.
I think you did that already.
Okay, we're going to sing. We all blow. How do you guys want to do it? Light, sing, blow, cut.
And pictures.
And picture. Okay? Light, sing, blow, cut.
I'm confused.
Pictures.
I got everything
Right.
except for one.
You ready?
Sure, go for it.
Come on, everybody.
1,
There
2,
you go.
on the count of 1, 3, 2, 1. Can I cut the
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lou. Happy birthday, dear Louie. Happy birthday to you.
And now, Miss Costello cuts the cake.
You got to blow? Well, you got to blow the cake.
We all blow them out together.
On a three, on a three.
Make a wish.
2, 3.
Yay! Applause! And the great granddaughter cuts the cake. The great granddaughter cuts the cake. I the Cheerio.
Are you one? Are you two? Are you three? Are you four?
Woo! Happy birthday, Lou! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn the microphone over to the great Gil Palmer as Abbott and Lou Sciria as Costello, the premier impersonators picked by the National Abbott and Costello Fan Club. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? Let's do it!
How you doing, guys? Having a good time?
Yeah!
That's all about to change now.
Hello there, what are you doing?
Hey, Aaron.
Costello, what are you doing here?
I'm just happy to be here, Abbott,
I'm happy to be here, too.
for this monotonous occasion. Momentous. After 112 birthdays is monotonous. No, okay, go ahead.
At the Paterson Museum, now I want you to behave yourself.
I'm on my P's and Q's, Abbott.
What are you doing? Don't you know there's no smoking in the museum?
Who's smoking?
You have a cigar in your mouth.
I got my shoes on, but I'm not walking. Get out of here, you smack me already.
Look, Paterson Museum, Lou.
A lot
Wonderful people.
of pretty girls like that one over there.
That girl wouldn't give you a tumble.
That's right, Abbott. I want nothing to do with a pretty girl like that. I'd rather go out with a homely girl than a pretty girl.
Why do you say that?
I mean, if I were a pretty girl like that, she might run away.
Well, only girl.
Yeah, but who cares?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Myers.
We're here to honor Lou. I'm going to speak to that in a minute, but I gotta say, these two guys here, Gil Palmer and Lou Sciria, great. Another round of applause for these two. I got a great story about these two. We go back at least 15 years. When we formed the Film Commission maybe 20 years ago, we wanted to do films. We had no cinema, we had a park, and a sheet, and a stage. So we wanted to get two Abbott and Costello impersonators. We're great friends of Uncle Floyd. If I'm not mistaken, he brought you together years ago, and he recommended you two. So about 5 or 6 of us were in the municipal building of Borough Hall. It's a very Art Deco building, and a lot of marble, so a lot of echoes. So they're upstairs, and they did their act. Well, they were hired as soon as Gil hauled off and slapped Lou. The echo of that slap still reverberates around Borough Hall, and you can hear it on Main Street, I swear. You guys are the best, and I haven't talked to them yet, but what we're going to do this summer, we do 10 weeks of outdoor free films and music on August 11th. I think it's August 11th, if you're free. We're going to do a 70th anniversary screening of Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. We'd love you two guys to open up for us, so we'll talk, okay? See if your schedule is open. And what we love about we love working with Paterson Museum and Christina Deutsch and all the great folks here. We're breaking ground in Fort Lee, June and July, on a 260-seat film center. It's going to be a museum, and a 260-seat cinema with a museum and an archive upstairs. And we would love to work with the museum on putting together, at one point, a great exhibit on Lou Costello and his life in Paterson. And bring the boys on our stage and do do a yearly indoor festival where we can bring people from New York City into New Jersey because these two guys were Jersey boys, and we need to be very proud of what they did and their legacy of film. We're so proud of them. It's hard to believe it was 12 years ago that was the centennial of his birth. But what I'll end it up by saying is, I know there's some representatives, I saw the t-shirt, the Lou Costello boxing gym. Anybody here from the gym? I know I saw a t-shirt there. Guys from the gym, you know, that's so important, what Lou is all about. And the more I learned since I was a kid about Lou, and all of us at the Fort Lee Film Commission, all of you, is that Lou's life was about helping children. And his legacy, both on the East Coast and the West Coast, was helping kids. And what he did in the name of his son that died when he was 1 year old, that center, the Lou Costello Jr. Recreation Center out in East LA, if you ever get a chance, I know some of you have been there, that is doing great work. Those kids are fantastic. We were lucky enough to work with them, thanks to Chris Costello and her sister Patty. And as a kid in Bergen County in Fort Lee, there was no boxing gym in Fort Lee. We came out to Paterson in the 1970s, and we boxed out of that gym. And one of my friends ended up being in the heavyweight division, fighting in the Diamond Gloves at the Lou Costello gym, and that's when it was in a converted firehouse. And the work they did then in the 70s, which was a dicey period for all kids all over New Jersey, was bring kids into a place where they could learn about not just boxing, but life. And what we like to do in Fort Lee, and I'm sure in Paterson, is at least once a year do some type of fundraiser in our film center that benefits the kids of that gym and it continues the legacy of Lou Costello. So that's one of the things we like to do. But we're here again to celebrate Lou, so I thank you for the opportunity to speak. Thanks to Sal and all of Lou's Angels for all the work they do all year long. Thanks to all of you, people like Jack Hoffman back there. You know, who always holding the cause of great film and great history in New Jersey. So we're here to help, you know, and we're looking forward to working with the Paterson Museum, and this is just a great facility. So thank you for allowing us to be here, and happy birthday, Lou. We know you're looking for us.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Myers, Fort Lee Film Commission President, film buff, Abbott and Costello film buff, all-around nice guy, and also in charge of the Abbott and Costello Film Festival. Actually, on a serious note, because we do this for fun, right? And to piggyback on what Tom said, and also the whole reason why we're here is because Lou was a very benevolent cat, right? If he wasn't benevolent, we wouldn't be doing this, right? We'd be like, whatever.
Here with me now is the main organizer of Lou Costello's 112th birthday celebration, actor, producer, director, Sal Rinella. Sal, this was such a wonderful turnout.
It was an awesome turnout. I think we got about one person for each of his years, 112. We might have even hit 113, which is actually a nice lucky number, right?
That was very, very sweet. And you had entertainment here. You had Lou's Angels here who helped with the park cleanup, which I had covered when you had done that. Let me ask you, what is your fascination with Lou Costello?
Well, the interesting thing about Lou, he was this little chubby guy that was always put on by the taller, more suave Bud. And for many years, I kind of, you know, I was a little chubby guy myself, always put on. And so I definitely sided with him. And so that's where my fascination is. I always looked at myself as the chubby little guy. Then, of course, I grew up and... Yeah, thank you.
You got less chubby. Now you just have a big head.
I have a big head, and I need to do an event
But
like
rightfully
this.
so.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about some of the other things that are going to be coming up for Lou's Angels and the Paterson Museum.
What we're going to do is we're going to have Bud's birthday in October, as we did last year. We're going to do a couple more cleanups, as we do one or two a year. And we're going to do a couple of plaque dedications, probably one at a house where Lou lived on Park Avenue in Paterson. And then we're going to do something in the World's Fairgrounds, because Bud and Lou appeared for about 8 months at the World's Fair, if you can imagine that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was what, back in 1964?
39.
Oh, back in 39, right. Yeah.
The streets of Paris, actually. You know, a vaudeville type burlesque show where, you know, it could be anything they want it to be. A singer, a dancer, a comedian, and they were the comedians usually.
We'd like to bring Maryem up. Maryem Costello, ladies and gentlemen. The great, 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 you friend of ours. The great granddaughter Lou Costello. Awesome. Before we have her say a few words, we'd like to have all of Lou's angels come up, as well as the boxing club. We're going to do each person at a time. So first what we're going to do is actually have the boxing club, and then we're going to have the preservation club come up, okay? Hold on a second. Paul, 1 second. First of all, it's true. Lou is all about the kids and family. Chris, can you see me?
Yeah.
No, the other Chris, baby. And also, for the people that didn't know, Lou used to box under the name Lou King until his father caught him, and I guess he had to give it up. We really have to keep this boxing club going right now. It's inside of another gym called Randy and Ike's. Is that right? Ike and Randy? It's like the candy. It's in the wrong place. It's in a candy factory. It needs its own 1,500 square foot building, right? Is that right, Pierre? Where'd Pierre go? He's signing autographs. Dave represents the Paterson Historical Preservation Society, and he's going to present Maryem, Miss Costello, who uses Lou's real family name. Did you know that? First of all, it's very apropos we're doing it on St. Patty's Day because he was part Irish, you know that, through his mom, and his father was from Italy. Costello. Here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Cobb.
To celebrate Paterson's 225th anniversary. As some of you may know, Paterson was founded on July 4th, 1792, which making this year, from July 4th to July 4th, Paterson's 225th year. This medal was produced by the Paterson 225th Anniversary Committee. It features Alexander Hamilton, who was very instrumental in the founding of Paterson. Had selected the site above the Great Falls due to its water power capabilities. And on the reverse, we have our Paterson 225 logo, which is also on this button, which we throw in with it. So, not much else. On behalf of the Paterson 225 Anniversary Committee and New Jersey Community Development Corporation, who produced these lovely medals for us, we would like to pass this over to Maryem and the Costello family in recognition of many years of
Hey, thank you.
Sal,
So, as long as we can get everybody.
We honor your commitment in keeping your great-grandfather's legacy alive. With love, Lou.
The Good Friday movie where Chris said we're continuing a lot of what Bud and Abbott is doing, and we want all you guys to be in it.
Well, she's gonna be in the shot too, you know.
What's that?
Not all about you, babe.
You want to be in the picture? Put them in the picture. Guys, come this way. Well, we'll get them in the picture. Come on. Everybody in tight. Stand behind us. Oh, we need that back.
Over this way, guys.
Get in here, Helen.
Okay, right here? Right here, look at this one.
1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent, thank you.
Everybody say Lou. Okay, good.
No, but birthdays, especially this one, is important. But at the same time, I wanted to reinforce what my great-grandpa's birthday really, really means to me. And a lot of people ask me what it was like growing up and being a great-granddaughter to him. I never knew him. And very much like all of you, you've grown up watching his films, comedy, everything. And that's the same way I learned about him, really. It was very, very interesting because I didn't see him as a celebrity. You know, he was just really family. And my father and my grandmother and my great-aunt Chris really reinforced a lot of his values to all of us grandchildren. And we every day want to do one thing to make things better. And that's what his name really means to me, is being able to give back and doing just one thing a day to make a really big impact every day. So I really, really appreciate you guys coming out here, celebrating, laughing. I feel like I'm with my family. You guys are family. Ginny, I see you all the time, and I freaking love you. You make me feel at home. Paterson, you make me feel at home, and I love you all. Thank you so much.
Here with me now is the very beautiful Maryem Costello. Am I pronouncing it right? It's
Costello, yes.
Costello. So your grandfather worked under Lou Costello,
Yes.
which was a variation of is that the real name?
Yeah, Costello's the real name. The stage name was Costello, and some of the family has adopted the Costello name, and then the other just kept the family name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, Maryem, you were mentioning that you really learned about your grandfather through his work from TV, but that he left with you the family values. What are the family values?
The family values are just giving without thought for many of us. My grandmother, for example, would be in a store and someone would be in front of her who needs to buy groceries, and she will buy all of their groceries for them, and then it's just it creates a chain of passing, good along, really. And that's what I've learned from my family. That's what I learned from him, is the ability just to give without thought. It's really just comes from being human and having empathy, yes.
Paying it forward,
Yeah.
and giving back. And I grew up with watching, Abbott and Costello. I mean, who doesn't know? So fabulous. So what are you doing these days?
I'm a creative director for a fashion brand in Manhattan. Yes, and it's called Naadam, and it is
Spell it.
Sure, it's Naadam, and the website, it's all online. It's a beautiful, beautiful clothing brand that makes comfortable clothes, and it's 100% ethical. And we focus on the human connection and celebrating, natural sourcing fibers, materials, and the website is naadam.co, so it's naadam.co.
That's fabulous. I'm going to look for you during Fashion Week come September.
Yes.
I will.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I don't know if everybody knows, I started as a Abbott and Costello fan, and I became a Mets fan, and then I became a Kiss fan, and then at some point, all three, right? And who needs us more? I mean, the Kiss empire is like $1 billion. I don't think they need us. Elvis doesn't need us. His daughter's doing, I think, okay in England, but without us. But the Abbott and Costello world maybe needs us a little more, right? What do you think? I think, what year was it when they were taking off PIX? Like 81? Yeah. 1981? 79 to 81, is that about right? Give or take, is that right?
81.
81?
82.
So, no, it was like, I think it was about 81, somewhere between 81, maybe 83. I was going to college for acting, and they were asking me, so who's your inspirations? And I was going around campus and the Drama Society saying, Abbott and Costello, and they were all like, all these young thespians, and they're all like New York City weathered, and they're like, that's old school, man. Come up to date. But where do you think Robin Williams and everybody got a lot of their shenanigans from, right? Isn't that correct? Thank you. Tonight word. My name is our Blues Angels today is known as the old shenanigans family. But anyway, back to that is I think the world needs more comedies like that. Don't you agree? Thank you.
Maryem, you're wonderful. You're just such your great granddad would be so proud of you. And I just, the Costello family is scattered all over the country, from Tennessee to Vegas to Poconos to Northern California, Florida, and all of us are just so honored that you come out to, say happy birthday to Dad. It's really wonderful. And you've got really good representation on the family with Maryem being there. And certainly it goes without like to thank Sal. Thank you so much for spearheading this and making it a yearly event. And to all of Blues Angels, I'm going to try and get to all, in here is, first of all, Jack Salman, thank you so much. You cannot believe the work this guy puts in, even with the newsletter. I mean, I couldn't do this newsletter without Jeff, helping me. Jenny Capitelli, you're always right there. I call her my personal publicist, on the East Coast. I always thank you so much. And Michelle Vargas, everything that you're doing, and Jim. You really need to be commended, and I thank you. Jen Heidelberg, we're going to read. Tom Myers, are you there today?
Yes, he is.
My brother from another mother. I adore you so much, Irene. You are family, and we're going to be there with you every inch of the way. You get this museum launch. Tom with Portland Film Commission is absolutely amazing, just amazing. We've got some real funny stories of when he came out to Los Angeles, and maybe one time we'll have a full event to share some of those stories. I just want to say thank you. I talked to my sister this morning. She was just gushing, knowing Maryem was going to be there, as we all are. I mean, I've seen it on Facebook. It's already on Facebook. Maryem, you're amazing. Just amazing. And you look so beautiful. And I want to get caught up with you, so please, call me, when you get time. I hope you all enjoy the cake. I hope all of you just, I'm just I'm touched beyond words, I will say this, Dad, even though he lived out from California, he never lost those Jersey roots, trust me. He was always a Pattersonian right up until the end. He loved Patterson, he loved the people of Patterson. He loved people in general, but Paterson was really his heartbeat. And to see all of you coming back out today from your schedules, your weekend, to honor him, believe me, I know he is smiling on every one of you. I know he is right there with you in person, or not in person, in spirit, today. Have lots of cake, enjoy it. I just want to say thank you, seriously, from all of us, the Costellos, the Costellos, and you've got a real good representation with his great granddaughter Maryem.
Salmonella. Very good Salmonella. Salmonella, he looks like the love child of Shemp Howard and Maynard G. Krebs. Let's hear it for Sal, Blues Angels. So here's my impression of Lou Costello at the John Gotti trial. Mr. DA, are you asking me if I think John Gotti's a member of organized crime? I'll tell you, confidentially. Oh, there's John Gotti. There's John Gotti.
So this is what my son drew, and Chris Costello did a big write-up, in the newsletter. So we're going to donate this to the museum.
Okay, I do a thing at the end of my stand-up comedy bit called Evelyn Wood reading her kids a bedtime story. So I go, okay kids, mommy's gonna read you The Three Little Pigs. Who's gonna tell me the three little pigs? One little pig likes to sing, the second little pig likes to dance, the third little pig likes to sit and think. Then a big wolf came up, then a big W, and I'm like, chit. Off the rock, Lisa, off the rock. and next one's out. Little bit, let me in. Talking about the empty buff, got some better color than the chimney. Pigs had one is also the equal, so tomorrow, war and peace. Okay, great.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
And Tom Carvel. Fudgy the whale.
People can follow what's going on at Lou's Angels on Facebook, I believe, and where else?
Yes, Lou's Angels, Abbott and Costello Forever. There's various Abbott and Costello pages. You can go to my page, Sal Rinella, Rinella. I'm always posting stuff.
Yeah. Now, also, his family is very involved. His granddaughter Maryem is here today, and you're also very friendly with his daughter, Chris Costello, right?
Yes, we were on the radio the other day with Chris. Actually, on the 27th of this month, we're going to actually be on the air with Chris and her older sister, Patty. And as well as the granddaughter, Maryem. It's going to be an awesome Abbott and Costello roundup show. We're going to actually round up what happened today.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that they're pleased that you're keeping his memory and his comedy alive, and we all need to laugh.
Thank you so much. It's about love and laughter. Thank you, Helen.
You're welcome. Mwah.
We love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
I took about a zillion pictures. Cute. All right. Okay. We need more plates.
Who's got plates?
No, that's it. That's it. No more cake.